If you are thinking about buying or selling a home on Long Island, this video is for you. Before we walk Before we talk about listings, offers or closing dates, I want to talk about how we work together because that foundation determines everything that comes after. My name is Merz and I want to have the most honest conversation you probably never had with the real estate agent. Let's begin. If you're a buyer and someone asks you to sign an exclusive agreement, here's what goes through your head. What if this agent only shows me what benefits them? What if I find something on Zillow myself? Do I still owe them? What if my cousin who just got licensed can just help me instead? Every single one of these thoughts makes complete sense. And I'm going to answer every one of them directly. And if you're a seller, the fears sounds different, but the root is the same. You are worried about being trapped. What if the home does not sell and I'm stuck with this agent? What if I just put it on Zillow and save the commission? What if another agent told me they do not need a signature? I hear this every week, and the answer is always the same. Let me show you what the law actually says and what you're actually giving up when there's no formal commitment on either side. Here's what most people do not know, excuse me. The moment we sign exclusive agreement, New York state law kicks in under New York Real Property Law section 4443. I'm legally bound to you by 6 fiduciary duties. These are reasonable care, undivided loyalty, undivided loyalty, confidentiality, full disclosure, obedience, and duty to account. New York State Senate, these are not my personal promises to you. These are obligations. All right. These are the obligations set by the state of New York, and they hold me to. If I violate any of them, I can lose my license. That price of paper you are nervous about signing is actually a document that puts the full weight of New York State law in your corner and on my shoulder. So let me make fiduciary duty real for both sides. All right. What does it mean? If you're a buyer, I'm legally prohibited from steering you toward a listing because it benefits me. I have to disclose everything I know about a property that could affect your decision by having a conversation with the listing agent or with the seller and get whatever the data they're going to share with me. I'll put it in front of you. That's the obligation. Your financial situation stays completely confidential. Yep, this is another big deal, right? And I negotiate for your best outcome, not for the quickest commission check. I'm not in rush. And if you're a seller, I cannot tell a buyer what your lowest acceptable number is. I have to give you honest pricing advice when the numbers you want is not realistic. I fight for every dollar in your offer and I protect you from contingencies and credits that chip away at your net at the closing table. Same goes with the buyer. These are not the guidelines. They are legally binding obligations that exist to protect you at every stage of the transaction, doesn't matter buyer or seller. Here's a part, another one that's not talked about a lot, especially for seller and the buyers. So let's talk about it. For sellers, the moment we sign a start spending my own money on your listing, photography, MLS, marketing, open houses, outreach to buyer agent, printing tons of material and what have you, all out of my pocket. No invoice, no retainer. If your home does not sell, I do not get paid. Simple. Very simple. I do not get reimbursed for a single dollar I spent. Have you ever tried working with the attorney? And do you know what kind of, retainer they have, right? So now comes to the buyer side. So for buyers, I invest something harder to recover than money, my time. Before you walk into a single home, I have already researched it, called the listing agent to confirm it is actually available, and book the tour. Then I drive with you, I walk every room with you, I give you the full picture. What the neighborhood gonna looks like, what comparable homes sold for, what I'm seeing that should give you pause. And I ask the questions you do not know to ask yet. Because you have never bought this specific house before, and I have been in hundreds of them. So then comes the analysis, the offer strategy, the negotiation, the coordination with your attorney, inspector, and lender. All of that before a single dollar changes hands. If we do not close, I walked away with nothing. That is the risk I take on when I take you on as a client. Let me give you the data. In 2024, 90% of home sellers used a real estate agent to sell their home. You can take a look from our website, the Long Island Realtors website, not mine. All the realtor on Long Island have to be part of that, board. They call it LIBOR, Li Realtor.com. So 88% of the home purchases were made through a real estate agent or broker. FISBO is the first time, oh, for sale by owner. Sales, when you don't hire any agent to sell your stuff. So hit an all time low in 2024, just 6%. You can find the same data on lirealtor.com. And here's a number that matters most. Agent assisted homes sold for a median of $435,000. Sale by owner homes sold for a median of $380,000. $380,000. That is a $55,000 difference on the Long Island in the same market that we are talking about and that we are living and breathing in. The people who tried to do it alone did not save money, they left money behind. Talk about it, right? So here's what nobody, without an, let's talk about this. Without an exclusive agreement, you are probably talking to three other agents at the same time. You have not told me that. I do not know it. So I give you a fraction of what I would give a committed client because I do not know if you are my client. You get a part time version of a full time problem. Nobody wins. With an exclusive, you are my client fully, completely. I invest my money, my time, and my full attention knowing you have committed to this process with me. Skin in the game. And the law backs every single thing I owe you. One advocate, one focus, amazing outcome, which will be yours. And I want to answer one more thing directly. I know it's going to be a little longer on this slide, but please hear me out. If I work with multiple buyers and sellers, and how can I give each one my full attention? The same way your doctor does. Your doctor sees many patients, but when you are sitting in that exam room, you have their complete expertise, their ethical duty, and their professional obligation focus entirely on you. They are not distracted by their other patients, they are present for you. That is exactly how exclusive agreement works. I work with the multiple clients, all right, I do, but every single one of them signed an agreement that activate my full legal and professional commitment to their outcome. The client without an exclusive is not my client, they are prospect. I do not know how serious they are. I hedge my effort because they have not committed. With an exclusive, you are never a prospect. You are never on the back burner. So with an exclusive, you are never a prospect. You are never on the back burner. You are my client with New York State law backing everything I owe you every single time we work together. So you deserve to know who you are signing with. So I'm Merz, my wife Ikra, and I are both licensed agents at Oversaul Real Estate right here in Suffolk County on Long Island. So we are not a call center. We are not a team of 10 assistants. We are two people who live in Long Island, know this market deeply, and bring 25 years of technology, system strategy, catering, and chefing services and ideas that we gain from into every single transaction. We communicate clearly, we tell you the truth, and we fight for your outcome like it is our own money on the line because we've been through this process. Because the way we see it, it is, this is how we see the things. We're gonna put it in front of you. Transparency, no fluff around our talk. 9 out of 10 buyers and sellers already made this decision. They choose to work with an agent. The ones who went alone did not save money. They left $55,000 on the table on average. So the exclusive agreement is not the scary part. The scary part is going through one of the biggest financial decisions of your life without someone who is legally, financially, and professionally committed to your outcome. That is what we are here for. And that's it. That is what the exclusive activities. And this is what the exclusive activates as well. If you are ready to buy or sell on Long Island, let's talk. The merch team, we go all in so you come out ahead. See you around, guys. Thank you. My number is 631-528-5786. Again, it's 631-528-5786.